Yo, yo, what up? It's your girl Joy, the Hip Hop Harfon, and this will be your new moon solar eclipse in Libra tarot reading. On Wednesday, October 2nd, there will be a solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. Now, the new moon phase peaks at 2:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, since this is a partial eclipse, you can visualize or watch the eclipse between the hours of 1 o'clock and 4:30, again, Eastern Standard Time. Now, this is a partial eclipse because the outer edges of the sun will still be visible. That's why it's called the Ring of Fire. Okay, so notably, the next Ring of Fire solar eclipse won't happen for another 15 years. Yes, 2039. Okay, so this is a new moon, so set those intentions that's gonna take you into the next 15 years. Okay, we will be using the Intuitive Goddess Night Tarot, okay, like we do for all the moon readings around here, okay? And yes, it is a coincidence that I am wearing black. It was not planned, okay? I just get dressed, y'all. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got, okay? So I was thinking that this new moon is probably going to encourage us to connect to each other on a more emotional level. Okay? So we're going to see. Let's see. Okay. Pop out in reverse, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And don't that look just like what? Big old sun, moon in the sky, because you can kind of see the outer edges on this card. You can definitely see the outer edges. And these mountains, doesn't it look like crystal quartz to you? Clear quartz? Ain't that what that is? Clear quartz? Go on, make sure you go on and do that. Do that. Okay? Treasure, treasure, treasure. Prosperity. I feel like it came out in reverse because, not because we're going to be brokies or whatever. I feel like, and it looked like these mountains also, they look like hands clapping, like a round of applause. It's like, and this grass is just so cut off. I just feel like we should be sharing whatever prosperity that we are manifesting or bringing in with this Ring of Fire. Let's see. What else can we get? Because the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is still prosperity, treasure, or whatever. It's just, it's quite big. Because, I mean, even if, look at this, like the pentacle is taking up almost all of the sky there. Okay, the night sky. And even though the Ring of Fire is happening during the day, okay, in the Western, is it hemisphere? Western world, I'll just say that. And boom, we get the sun with the Eight of Wands. Okay. The sun, Eight of Wands. That's 19. Ooh, is divisible by 8. No, that's 2 point something. Anyway, 19 is 10, and the moon and the sun are going to meet at 10 degrees in the sign of Libra. Okay. Enjoy it. Okay, have fun, be happy, be childlike. Embrace the moment. Okay, nothing can take this away from you right now. The universe is essentially shining down on you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm like, is this really 8 wands? It look like more. Huh. There's going to be so much prosperity coming in. You'll be like, oh my gosh, like, it might be kind of overwhelming. But the prosperity that we are finding is really connected to our ability to be vulnerable, hold space, be nice, charming, friendly. Turn on that grace, turn on the charm, okay? Don't be surface level, don't be shallow, don't be insular. I mean, you have to really kind of show your personality, okay, here. This is where you should be your most authentic self. You are going to start developing habits, and I don't want to call them habits because the behaviors that you're going to exhibit, they're going to start off as habits, but they're going to become natural reactions after a while. You're going to be so pleasant. You're going to be so nice and charming, and I mean, that is what is going to make people want to connect with you more and on a deeper level. You get what I'm saying? When you come off as nice, friendly, polite, people like that. Okay? And they're going to be like, oh, they're going to be more apt to listen to you. They're going to be more apt to respond to you in a positive manner. They're going to remember how you treated them. That's the key. That's what that is. That's what that is. Okay. Okay. That's why you have to be this. You have to be the sun. The sun during the eclipse is kind of taking a back seat to the moon. Okay? I don't want to say your happiness is going to take a backseat to anyone else's feelings, but I feel like that might be the case, and it might be vice versa. Your feelings might have to take a backseat for someone else's happiness, and someone else's happiness might have to take a backseat for your feelings. But either way it goes, this interaction or this charisma, okay, is going to make people remember you. They are going to have fond memories of you, and when they talk about you in retrospect, they are going to, they're like never going to forget this interaction. It is going to kind of set the foundation for the next 15 years. Okay? Because when you reflect on this moment 15 years from now, you're not going to forget. You're like, oh my gosh, that was the Ring of Fire 15 years ago. And it's going to be like, wow, 15 years have passed. I am not the same person. I'm more open. I'm more emotionally balanced. Cards to look for. The sun is the sun card. Boom, we got it. The moon is the moon card. Got it. The sun card could also be the strength card, The moon card could also be the high priestess. But Libra is what? justice. Okay? It's all about being fair, being the mediator, being equitable. Okay? Making sure that everyone is treated fairly, making sure that there are no favorites, making sure that everyone feels the same across the board. Okay? So you can't be charming and friendly and nice to one and not do the same for the other. Because people are going to remember that. They're going to remember how you treated them. Oh, well, she treated or he treated such and such so nice, but he treated me like trash. And the same for you. You notice how people treat you versus how they treat other people. And that kind of drives the dynamic, drives the interaction. Okay? So you want to make sure that you are coming off as authentic as possible, because you can't fake being nice. You can't fake being friendly. You can't fake charisma. It's something natural. And that's why what you do now is going to set the tone for you to be able to do that long term, if you can't or don't already. Okay? And if you do, you're going to have to temper it a little bit, because you might be a little, what is the word? You might come off, is codependent the word I'm trying to use? People pleasing, perhaps. It's like people are gonna like, nobody is this nice. They're gonna think that you have some like alternative goal. You know what I'm saying? So if you're already charming and charismatic and friendly and nice and all of these things, reel it in. Reel it in. Okay? Because people think that you're up to something and they can't really trust you. And actually, if Libra is number 7, oh, that would take us into Scorpio season. Distrust. I'm like, where's the trust coming from? Also, later, after the eclipse and after the new moon phase, Mercury is going to jump right into the energy at like 6 something. Like 6:30, 6:45 Eastern time, of course. So Mercury is trying to capitalize on this energy, because if you are polite and graceful and relatable, then people see that as you being someone useful, and not necessarily like take advantage of you. They just want to use you, but they feel like a person like that is someone that they need or could use in their life. Okay? Because you look online and on the news and people ain't ish, right? And so to find someone who is an actual genuine person, that's hard to come by. And so the Mercury energy per Virgo, because we just came out of Virgo season, they're going to capitalize that. They see that as fixing kind of a problem that they have in their life, because Libra is ruled by Venus. It's also about attracting, okay? And so you might attract someone into your life that is super friendly, positive, outgoing, charming, beautiful, graceful. And if you are all those things, you're attracting someone who is not necessarily all of those things to the same degree or level that you are, okay? But that's the balancing act. Don't forget, okay, we are our own walking, talking universe, okay? We are the universe experiencing itself and all that we have to offer. Consciousness, baby. And consciousness what? Grows and evolves. That is the whole point of life, to grow and evolve. I'm not making this up. Y'all know I don't make this stuff up. It happens. You see it happen. I didn't call the cards out. I just told you what cards to look for. Okay. The moon represents Pisces. Major arcana here. So the moon with the lobster. She's in the water. There's a dog and a wolf. Sorry, I hope y'all can't hear Frankie doing all this heavy breathing and sighing. It's crazy. But Libra is an air sign. So there's a lot of thought that goes into their relationships. This could be friendships. This could be relationships. This could just anyone that they have to cooperate with. Okay, Libra is all about cooperation. That doesn't mean compromise. It just means what I said it means. Cooperation. We are working together. Nobody is sacrificing or giving up anything for the other person. Okay, it's like a blend. Cooperation is a blend. Okay. The moon. It's about things that you may not have noticed before that are coming to light. Things about yourself that you didn't know about that may be coming to light. You probably notice how you overreacted in some situations. Like maybe you were sad, but you just like dramatized it a little bit. Maybe you were angry and you overdid it. Okay. And so now this is shining because this is 18 and the moon is 19. So that's 9. 9 is what? God. Born to be born again. And what did I see that made me think 9 and rebirth? God dog it. It was something I looked at right before this. And it made me think of rebirth. Okay. Maybe it'll come back to me. But I feel like this new level of emotional maturity and connectedness, relatability, you're realizing, oh wow, when I am more vulnerable with other people, good things happen. And some of you are going to notice when I'm vulnerable with people, bad things happen. Too vulnerable, because you still have to have some level of vulnerability to be friendly, to be charming. You have to open yourself up to do those things regardless. Okay? You have to let your guard down. People have to feel like you trust them and they can trust you with their feelings, their thoughts, their ideas. And I feel like here we're going to be uncovering a lot about our past friendships, our past relationships, our past just everything, just how we relate to other people in the world, how we socialize, our ability to socialize. Everybody loves saying, oh, I'm an introvert because I like to stay in the house. No, being an introvert doesn't mean that you're just in the house all the time. That's not necessarily what that means, okay? I am an only child, but I am also like a social butterfly. There has to be like some level of balance there, okay? If you realize, hey, I like to be in the house all the time, but you're constantly on social media, You're just socializing in a different way. It doesn't mean that you're an introvert. And extroverts ain't just out here brunching and lunching taking shots every weekend. That's not necessarily what an extrovert is. Okay? An extrovert could be somebody that's always in the house, but they do a lot of social media. So just because you do social media don't mean you're just out and posting, oh, look at me doing this, look at me doing that, and all of that stuff. Okay? I'm not gonna bring myself into it. Let me just keep going. Because some of you all's idea of what an introvert and an extrovert is like so wrong. But because they are like buzzwords, people just misuse the phrases all the time. Just like jealousy and envy are actually used incorrectly. It's kind of the opposite meaning of what most people assume or think the meanings actually are. Okay? And the same thing with tarot. People think certain cards mean certain things when that's not really the case. Just because tarot readers have agreed, oh, well, this is what we think it is, this is what we say it is, that doesn't make it so. That's why you have a guidebook. It tells you what it means. Okay? Well, we're just going off intuition. Let me get off the soapbox and get back. Intuition. You will know intuitively who you can be vulnerable with and who you can't. That is discernment at its finest. But you should always be friendly and always be nice and charming and graceful and polite. Well, I'm from the South. Okay, so I mean, please and thank you is just like a thing that we do. But when I was younger, I was not into saying please and thank you. I thought everything was like, you're supposed to be doing this stuff. Why would I say please and thank you? But it's something I had to learn to do. Okay? Being polite is not something that I always did. Okay? I just thought I was owed, though. I was entitled. That's the word. Yep, I was entitled. Okay? I mean, when I say that, I mean, like, I was probably like 6 or 7 or 8 years old. Okay? I told y'all I'm the only child with a Leo rising. So, that says all it needs to say. 10 of Pentacles, more prosperity. Went from Ace to 10, baby. Ace to 10. And what is that? Amethyst and actual clear quartz. But it looks blue. But I would say definitely use some amethyst. Okay? That is definitely a high vibrational stone. Okay? That connects you to your higher power. Opens up your crown chakra and your third eye. Brow chakra. So yeah, do the thing. Do the thing, baby. I told you, because this is setting you up for the future. The vision of a prosperous future. You're going to start off with this one seed. And you're going to grow it over the next 15 years. And it's just going to multiply, multiply, multiply. That's 10. Okay. Because we have about 13 moon cycles a year, so that's why I was counting to see. Okay. 8 of Swords. Ooh. Poison Ivy. Is it poison ivy? Looks like poison ivy. But if you see, I just talked about having the vision in the future. Her eyes are blindfolded. She cannot see. She is covered in poison ivy. I feel like, no, you're not stuck. No, there isn't anything poisoning your new beginning and blah, blah, blah. It's like, she got a crown. You know how sometimes if you like cut yourself, it doesn't hurt until you start to see blood, right? And because you can't see, she can't see in this card. She doesn't know it's poison ivy. She not even itching. You might as well just have like one of those spider plants on your body. For all she know, this is still the same sunflowers, okay, from the sun card. It's the same thing. There is no difference. Genuine. What's so different? What is so different? I am embracing who I am and what I am in the best way that I can. Let me see what the book says. Is it poison ivy? Let's see. Let's see. That's cups. We haven't even gotten any cups. And this is a moon reading. Okay, swords. 8 of swords. 8 of swords. 8 of swords. Surrounded by 8 glowing swords. Vines of ivy. It didn't say it was poison. It just says vines of ivy. With a veil over her face. Huh. So it's not poison ivy, but the same words still stand. Okay? A veil over her face. Doesn't everybody say, oh, the veil is thin? A veil is always thin. You know, you can easily, move in and out, go through both, ins and outs, ups and downs, conscious, subconscious. You can have whichever perspective suits your needs at the time. Okay? You can have whatever perspective suits your needs at the time. And we got 2 8s. And an 18. 8 is build or destroy. Add the 10. That gets your new beginning. Are you building or destroying your new beginning? If you want to build it, you better be the grace, charming, king, queen, prince, princess you can be. Okay? Because we haven't even gotten any court cards. But if we're talking debutante, cotillion type vibes, you better have it. I mean, even if you send an email, please, thank you, sincerely, much gratitude, my regards, warm wishes, well wishes. Do all the things, okay? Because some of these cards don't have women on them, but this deck is Goddess Tarot. So if there is going to be a person on the cards, it's going to be a woman. But all of the cards that have women are in some sort of like nature. There's plants, there's flowers, right? Every card that we've seen, we had started out with the sun card, sunflowers. Then we had justice, looked like a bunch of dandelions. The moon, she was in the woods. You can see the trees in the back. And then the 8 of swords with the ivy. Oh, what was I doing? This. And then we get 2 of pentacles. It's not about being out of balance and confused or delusional. I just told you. What did I just say? I just said, even though the veil is thin, you can be in, out, up and down. You can do what you want to do because that is your power. To be able to go back and forth between the two. You have access. build or destroy. This is a 2. High Priestess is also the 2. Use your intuition. You know when you need what? Where you need to be. You know when you need to be over here. You know when you need to be here. You know when you need to be tapping in to the subconscious, and you know when you need to be awakened. You know all of that naturally, innately. As you know, when we're born, we are closer to the spiritual realm and we remember, but as we grow older and we become more jaded by society's rules and structure and boundaries, we forget. But as we get older, more senior, we tap back in, right? And so you're going to remember how to go back and forth. That is the foundation. I told you we are all walking, talking universes. Having an experience, okay? That is your gift. That is the prosperity, right? Emotional fulfillment, okay? That balances out the lack of emotion in here in the physical world, because people don't have no empathy or sympathy for each other. And so when people see someone like you that can empathize, that can understand, that is willing to listen, they like that. They cherish that. That is a gift. That makes you prosperous. Prosperity isn't just financial. Solid friendships, right? That's prosperity to some. A large amount of knowledge or information, being able to learn, that is prosperity for other people as well. Prosperity comes in different capacities, okay? These new friendships that you're going to be making are all for your best. Okay? This is like a networking opportunity. Okay? You are all powerful. You have everything that you need. Okay? You got the pentacle. You got the wand. You got a cup. We didn't even get any cups, but we got the witch. They gave us a cup because and we didn't even have any swords either. So the 2 elements, water for the moon because it's emotions, air for Libra. We didn't get any swords or any cups until the witch showed up. She gave us what we were lacking. We had the wands because we had the inspiration, the desire, right? We want people in friendships and relationships where we feel connected on a deeper level, right? And we had the pentacles because we had to have a starting point. That's why we got the ace straight up from the beginning, very first card, right? That was the seed that was planted. Your desire. That is what starts your prayers, your manifestations, whatever spells, magic, whatever you doing, it comes from here. Okay? It comes from the wand of inspiration. Okay? You plant that seed, you get the idea, and then you execute. We got a 1, 2 ones. Got to look that up too. Let me look it up now before I forget. Because I know one time I did, and I felt bad afterwards. Okay. Let me see. 2 8s. We got that first, so let's see. 8s. New knowledge. You see the new knowledge is you seeing the benefits of being more charismatic, more graceful, polite, all the things, friendly and nice, all the things that Libra is, right? And then we have, I did the 2 8s. No need to do 2 2s, 2 1s. Okay. It says trickery, I'm not gonna lie. But not that, and the magician is representing, that can represent a trickster. When is the magician represents Mercury. Oh my gosh, blah. Okay, so the trick to all of this is confidence. The trick to all of this is self-confidence. You have to be confident. Okay? You can't fake confidence the same way you can't fake charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. If you know, you know. Okay? You have to kind of trick yourself into being more polite, because if you aren't necessarily like polite, charming, charismatic, all those things, friendly, nice, you are going to have to make the conscious effort to do those things until you do it without having to think about it. Don't try to do everything all at once. Do one thing at a time. Please, thank you, sir, ma'am, right? Change your signature on your work email if you have one. Put warm regards, yours truly, not in your work email, but you know what I mean. Like, put the salutations in your email signature so you don't even have to think about it. And so when people are reading your emails, it's automatically, and they're like, oh, she friendly. People gonna be like, huh. They're gonna think you tricking them by being more polite and nice and friendly. That's the trick. Everybody getting tricked into being nice. That's what this moon doing. Tricking us into being more friendly, being more human. Loving on each other as a collective. Okay? That is the foundation that we are setting for the next 15 years. This is a networking opportunity that you need to take advantage of, because once you start being nice, people are going to invite you to conferences. You might get invited to places and things that you never thought you would. Okay? And in your mind, you're probably thinking, I don't want to get invited to that. I ain't trying to be. You're setting yourself up. That's the negativity that you're gonna have to excavate out of your spirit. Just go one time. It's okay. You might like it. Have fun. Okay? Just try it. It's okay. It's not gonna hurt. Okay? To be open. And that is how you be more vulnerable. When people ask you, hey, you want to go with me to this military ball? Instead of just saying, no, man, I gotta get dressed up and da-da-da. Say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Okay? You might end up going and having the time of your freaking life. Okay? So, I decided to let this one go a little longer just because this energy is big, serious, real, heavy. Okay? So, let me know in the comments. Are you polite? Are you working on it? Are you charming? Are you working on it? Are you too nice in working on it? Are you too open in working on it? Okay? So, I will see y'all next week. Peace.